I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
And we are still here with our very special guest, Christian Carson.
Yo, yo.
It is now, guys, the moment you have all been waiting for. It is finally time to listen to some songs off of Christian's new album, Vice Versa. Get excited.
Yeah.
I feel like, I feel like without further ado, just get into it, right, guys?
Yeah, do it up.
All right. So here's the first one we got. It's going to be Bid Farewell, Hold On Me, and then Happy. Keep it locked. Bid Farewell, Hold On Me, and Happy by Christian Carson on 89.5 FM. You're listening to Street Patrol. I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
And we are here with the man himself, Christian Carson.
What up, guys?
So we just heard 3 songs off of his new record, Vice Versa. You want to tell us a little bit about the songs? And we were talking a little bit off air about some of the awesome features that you have on the songs.
Yeah, sure. Well, you guys played what? Bid Farewell first, right?
Yep.
That's definitely like an Alice in Chains kind of vibey song I've heard. Then what'd you guys do second? Hold On Me, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Hold On Me has Bumble. That's one of the tracks that Bumbles rips a good solo on.
Mm-hmm.
And you got Paris Bach on drums. And you got JD from Black Label Society, Zach Wild's band, on bass guitar. And then yours truly on vocals and some guitar as well. So, yeah, that's a killer track. I really hope everybody likes that one. I was really excited about that one. That was the last one that we recorded for the album. Okay. So, Paris actually did his tracks in Vegas.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
Because he stays out there currently with Sebastian. So, yeah, we sent it out there. He sent it back in probably like 3 days and killed it. He's a good kid and a monster drummer. And then JD, of course, Black Label Society, Zach Wild. He's a monster bass player as well, and probably kind of underrated as a bass player. I mean, he's so great. If you really, really listen to like what he does, even in Black Label stuff and on Hold On Me on this record, It's awesome. I mean, when he sent me back his tracks, we were listening to him like isolated and just hearing what he did like during the chorus, like his actual bass part during the chorus of Hold On Me was awesome. Just awesome. He's a very creative guy, thinks about this stuff in kind of a different way.
That's super dope.
And a powerful bass player, especially for somebody who uses their fingers too. He's not really like a guitar pick player, So really fast, powerful, for somebody who uses their hands like that, their fingers. But and then third, I guess what was Happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that song that was written quite a while ago. I've had that song for a bit, and for some reason, I remember your reaction to it just now was like, yeah, I think that was one of my favorite ones of the 3 so far that I've heard. And a lot of people say that. I don't know what it is with that song. I guess it's just maybe the chorus or whatever, just kind of hooky, and I don't know, for some reason it just catches people, that one, a lot.
I think the intro too. Like as soon as I listened to it for the first time and I heard the intro, I was like, all right, I know I'm gonna like this song.
Oh,
Like,
okay, so the quiet part in the beginning, yeah, the
starts
intro.
off really strong. I just really liked it from the get go.
That's cool. Thank you so much for that.
Oh, no problem.
All
That's
three.
awesome.
I mean, all three of those songs are awesome. I was sitting here just moving my head. Like I
dude, I
felt the
appreciate
music.
that.
It's great. And like we were talking, I'm a big Alice in Chains hard rock person.
Yeah.
So,
Soundgarden
hearing
and all
that,
that stuff you were saying. So it's right
hearing
up
that
your alley,
influence
man.
in there, yeah, it was great. Definitely.
I'll have to get you out to the show.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the first time I heard the tracks too, I was saying to Chris, I was like, oh, I know you're going to like these ones. Like,
Oh, that's
right
great,
up
man.
your
I definitely
alley.
did.
Yeah.
And you got a great name, Chris. So.
Yeah, there you go.
But that's awesome. Yeah, we got to get you guys out to some shows coming up
Oh,
here.
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
But another thing we were talking about off air is that everyone wrote their own parts, right, for all of the songs. That's pretty awesome.
They did. I really kind of left it open, for those guys. I wrote the song kind of knowing that these guys were going to be on it. So I kind of, just tried to think of that, have that in mind when writing the song, just what they were going to kind of bring in their styles.
Right.
But I just said here's Bumble, for instance, here's a solo section in the song. It's opened up for you, man. Go nuts. And he always delivers, Bumble's incredible, man. He's just such a good guy. I remember sitting there and he was doing that solo, and I said, all right, man, well, I'm going to run downstairs for a second, just kind of let you do your thing. And I came back up, and he was doing something so awesome, which became the final. But I was like, I'm gonna head back out and just leave you alone, bro, because what's going on here is amazing. Yeah, I don't even want to get in the way of it. You know what I mean? So I just let him do it, and I came back in, and there's what you got,
Yeah.
So
That solo was phenomenal.
isn't that cool?
Yeah,
I really love that
amazing.
solo too, man. It's it was meant to be. That solo
We
really was.
listened to the first half, and you're like, wait, it gets better.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And it did. It really
And
did.
you don't think it can, and
Yeah.
it's by the second half he's just shredding, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's awesome, and he used some wah-wah
Set the
pedal on
strings
there.
fire.
Totally. And I think this was kind of I don't want to say a step down, but even if you listen to some of Bumble's solo stuff, I mean, it's bonkers.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I mean,
absolutely.
he gets into crazy timings and crazy, just some stuff Satriani and other players like that, they give Bumble props and respect. I mean, he just did something with Brian May from Queen.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
That's awesome.
and he was telling me he was going to go do it before he went, and we were hanging out at a session, and he went to go do it, and I saw it online, the video, but he went out in the audience, and Brian May, I guess, had already did his section in the show with him, and now Bumble was playing solo, so Brian May's sitting in the front of the audience, and he goes out into the crowd, Bumble, and starts playing in front of Brian May, and Brian May starts doing the I'm not worthy Wayne's World thing to Bumble. So I had to share that video. I was like, this is insane,
yeah.
It's
I mean, from Brian May, that's
absolutely.
insane.
I mean, that's Queen, man, right there. It's just unreal.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then just the other day, Bumble was on a cool show too. I don't know if you guys ever watch it. It's on Access all the time. Music's Greatest Mysteries.
No, I haven't
You guys
heard
ever see that before?
No, not yet.
It's pretty cool. And I was taping a clip for him because I didn't know if he had it, but he was on there talking about the whole Napster thing and just when that kind of came into play here, and but he's just great. He's a great guy. Definitely one of my favorite people, and became a really good friend in the music business.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's awesome. I know, obviously, all the solos really delivered on the album, but is it a little bit, almost scary to kind of give away the control of your songs to somebody else? I feel like it's like my baby. It's my song.
Sure. Songs are like your kids, It's
Yeah.
you don't know which one you love more. You can't. You gotta love them all the same. It's, what? You have trust in people that you're really confident in. And I'll tell you what, I mean, with Bumble and even JD and Paris, I had all the trust in the world in those guys. I mean, they know what they're doing.
Absolutely.
Totally. And I was so open to hearing what they came back with.
Yeah.
And I didn't put any, like I said, boundaries earlier. I was saying on this record, there's no boundaries, and I was really open-minded to hear whatever they came back with. But they gave me back exactly what I wanted to hear. So
Yeah, I feel like letting it breathe, kind of giving them the creative freedom, it definitely paid off. I could tell.
thank you, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, and you realizing that, because sometimes it's true, when you have too much control over a situation, it may come back as something that sounds like it's too controlled of a situation.
Forced. Yeah, I get it.
Forced thing. And I felt like doing that, just kind of leaving it open to them and letting them really be themselves on it was the best option to get the best song.
Exactly.
At the end of the day.
Change it up a little bit, get some like we were saying, fresh perspectives.
Absolutely.
All that.
That's a good point right there, fresh perspective, because you're writing the songs too, you get so in your head, and sometimes you overanalyze things and whatever, and it's good to have somebody just come from the outside and say, look at it like this, and Bumble is great like that too as a producer.
Yeah.
I mean, he sat in there, he mixed, mastered the record, engineered everything, played on about 4 or 5 of the tracks. One of the songs he plays slide guitar on, it's more of a
really?
country sounding tune.
Cool.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
And I mean, to hear him do that, awesome. It's so awesome. But he played the producer role a little bit too, and always had cool suggestions. And I gotta say, we were like always on the same page, so
That's
it made things
awesome.
really easy.
You recorded it at his studio, right?
Yeah, I did. His personal home studio where he records all his solo album stuff and everything, which is not too far from me in Jersey, so that made it kind of easy too. Because you spend a lot of time there. It's like, you're going back and forth. It gets
Right.
crazy I've done stuff in New York before, and it's Long Island and, Amityville and other places like that. And it's quite a bit, usually go and stay in those places for like a week at a time and stay up there, But Bumble was so convenient in that studio. It was very comfortable. Really cool. I remember a couple times it was really great weather when we were doing this album or whatever. So just ending the summer. And he had all these berries. We called them bumbleberries because they're all in his backyard. And they're those berries that you could eat,
Yeah.
And he had his wife making pies and muffins and all kinds of stuff out of these berries out of the yard.
bumbleberries.
Yeah, with the
That's awesome.
bumbleberries. He said he's got to sell them. Bumbleberries.
Yeah, that's perfect. Add it
Because
to,
he's got
like,
his hot
merch
sauce
lineup.
and all that. Add the bumbleberries to it.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Well, you gave him $1 million idea. Maybe you should.
Yeah, I
you should
spoke to
sell
him
the
about it.
bumbleberries.
Yeah. I spoke to him about it when we were there, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh my God. So, let our listeners know, where can they get your music?
You can head over to commonwealth.bigcartel.com, and that's commonwealth.bigcartel.com. And if you go to facebook.com/CJCarsonCW, that's my personal Facebook. Also, Instagram is a good place to go, instagram.com/CommonwealthOfficial_. Any of those places, you'll find all the links to order the album, but commonwealth.bigcartel.com, that's the main merch site to get the record right now. And I am signing all the physical copies right now that are going out for the next week or so. So anybody and you're also, I forgot, they're also entered in a giveaway. If they get it by tomorrow sometime, the giveaway I think is going to be put up by tomorrow late night. But we got 2 winners are going to be pulled from all the pre-orders and the people that ordered the album, and we got some signed Bumble and stuff that me and Bumble signed together.
Oh, that's
some guitar picks and stuff.
awesome.
Yeah, some photos and things. So some cool stuff from the sessions.
Super cool. So
Yeah.
if you guys happen to forget for some reason, then you can also head over to the WSOU Street Patrol Instagram, and we'll have Christian on there. So if you want to order or find his socials through us, if that's a little easier, then definitely check out our page.
Cool. Thank you
as
guys for that too, by the way.
No problem. So up next we have